Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our today Leo NJO LEO program, which means today is the day. Once again, let me introduce myself. My name is Odon Bulamba. I'm the one who is going to present this program to you for the next 15 or less minutes, maybe a little bit more, but I prefer to go less. Once again, if this is your first time to watch our videos, I will invite you to click on this button so that you can subscribe and you can see our videos whenever we publish them. And if you want, there is a bell down here. You can click to that bell so that you can be alerted whenever we publish a video. You can watch us live. And why not, if you like our programs, why not to not click on the thumb up, which is like, and that will give us more encouragement to continue to bring to you the news from Congo, the Democratic Republic of. So without wasting time, let me remind you today that we are only going to talk about news in brief. I will just give to you a summary of what has been happening on the 21st of September 2018. So the latest news of 21st of September 2018. At this moment is maybe 2 a.m., 1 a.m. in other part of the world. We are already the 22nd. Some other parties still are on the 21st. So let us quickly start with our today's news in brief. In its report published this Friday, 21st of September 2018, the Synergy of Citizen Election Observation Missions, known as CIMOCEL, said that it noted a lack of impartiality on the part of the CENI during the process of receiving and processing the electoral applications. According to CIMOCEL, the process of receiving and processing of electoral applications has incredibly encouraged dissension, which means disagreement between CENI and stakeholders. Meaning that whatever CENI wanted to do, that's what they did, but whatever the population wanted, whatever the political opposition parties wanted, CENI didn't agree with it. So everything they did was pulled on the side of CENI. It was just to respond to their needs and wishes. In order to raise awareness of the use of the voting machine, CENI has installed some voting machines in different airports in the DRC. This arrangement provoked certain reactions. For instance, Adam Bombole from the Ensemble pour le Changement, political platform of Moses Katumbi, for him he says it's simply a useless approach and without impact because 90 over 100 voters, meaning 90% of voters, do not frequent the airports. Furthermore, Christophe Lutundula Apala, another leader, another member of Ensemble pour le Changement, invited the CENI to consider a resolution given or formulated by British experts about the voting machine. For Christopher Lutundula, rejecting the proposed solution is exacerbating suspicion and tension. Whether the glass, he said, whether the glass is half empty or full, the truth is that the British experts have identified problems on the voting machines that must be resolved for its reliability and credibility for the elections. To reject the proposed solution is to exacerbate suspicion and tension, he said. In a press conference on Friday, September the 21st, Theodore Ngoy Ilunga Wansenga, one of the presidential candidates of December 23, 2018, appealed to the CENI to abandon the programmed use of the voting machine because it's not provided by the Congolese law. He urged Joseph Kabila on the other side to avoid undermining the electoral process, which he said involves the release of prisoners and the inclusiveness of the elections. He has also asked Jean-Pierre Bemba and Adolphe Muzito to support his candidacy with the promise of reinstating them all in the process after the election. This will take us to Butembo, where two alleged Mai Mai were killed in an armed attack on Friday in the town of Butembo in North Kivu. 2 civilians were also shot and wounded during the attack at the Rugenda military camp in Bulengera group or suburb. This attack created widespread panic in Butembo on this International Day of Peace. As you know, the 21st of September is the International Day of Peace, but in Butembo there wasn't peace. The civil society says it has alerted about a probable attack of this camp by Mai Mai militia to come and release their detained colleagues. Calm returned to the city in this afternoon. In Kinshasa, this Friday, 21st of September, the Congolese National Police has launched a campaign against the prostitution of minors, commonly known as Ujana. According to the Kinshasa's Provincial Police Commissioner, Silvano Kasongo, the ground police commanders are deployed in the field to apprehend anyone engaged in this practice. This phenomenon Ujana, which means youth in Swahili, signifies in Kinshasa the depravity of the morals of young girls. These minors, whose age generally varies between 11 and 17, walk half-naked in the street of Kinshasa without underwears or bras. These girls sometimes engage in paid sex with mostly older people and mostly mainly married men. This operation, according to Kasongo Silvano, he said, this operation will consist of stopping any adult who will be found with a minor or a young person in nightclubs, hotels, or any suspicious place, and they will defer the young person, the minor, in the children court, and the adult will be referred to the prosecution where he will undergo the rigor of the law. 3 people suspected of being road cutters were arrested this Wednesday in Mitwaba, which is located a little bit further than 400 kilometers from Lubumbashi in Haut-Katanga. While they had already taken hostages, 5 trucks, 7 motorbikes, which were all of them carrying goods, these bandits were surprised by the policing mission carried out of by the Congolese police. These alleged road cutters belong to armed groups active in the province. People of Mitwaba, by the collective decision and without a regular trial, executed 2 on the spot. The third, who was seriously injured, was taken to the hospital, but this one deceived the villagers of the guard and escaped. These alleged bandits were 4 in numbers, but one of them escaped just upon the arrival of the police. As you know, this way of harming, the way of killing, the way that we call it, as we call it, it's like the way of those road cutters to attack the police has been really a common thing between the axis of Toyota and Mitwaba, between the axis of Kubo and Mukanga, and between the axis of Kasungeji and Kabanda, according to the police report that we have in our hands. The commander of Sokola 2 operational sector in South Kivu David Rugahi Sengabo announced on Friday that he had taken over several localities controlled by the militia of Yakutumba. The recovery was made after a fierce fighting over the last 2 days. School activities are paralyzed in some schools in Uvira, where students from schools in the city of Uvira are forced to stay at home due to a psychosis, due to fear, due to the fact that they are forced to take part in the army. They are forced by the military, by the soldiers of FARDC, Congolese army, to transport their weapon, to transport their ammunition for them. And that is really hard for the youth. So every parent, every youth has decided to stay home. Some of these young people return, for those who were taken on highlands, some of them have returned home, but others are still stuck there. So their parents are in fear. They are not sure if their children are back or will be back, or if once again those children are killed or they are alive. But according to the reports that we have, the testimony we get from those who came back, it appears that they forced some of them to join the army. And those who remained on the highland, possibly they have been now turned to fighters rather than being students. The same Friday, the police prevented a march or demonstration of students in the city of Kiwanja. Kiwanja is in the territory of Ruchuru in North Kivu, after the killing of a teacher on the night of Thursday 20th to Friday the 21st of September by armed robbers, and that took place in the Buturande district. This assassination of this teacher is the third within less than 7 days or less than 7 days in the city of Kiwanja. And this one has just come up after the double murder last Sunday of that director of the prison of Nyongera and of that the wife of that director. So this will take us to the end of news today, and I would say thank you very much for watching us. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for watching us from time to time. Once again, Congo will remain one. Congo is one. We are united, and together we are moving forward. So your contribution, your action, my action, together with prayers, together with unity and love, we will conquer. I wish to you a great weekend, great Saturday, great Sunday, great Friday night, and we'll catch up again in the coming hours. Thank you for now, and see you next time. Goodbye.